KPop Demon Hunters shocked me. This movie caught me off guard, Cairo. I did not expect a K-pop action movie to blow me away like this. What do you think?
Well, the animation was absolutely insane.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's like I went in going, man, you know what? This is K-pop. You know, you got your fans online hyping it, calling it the best thing ever. I'm like, I'm not impressed. You know, what is this gonna do? And then I watch it, and then I walk away going, wow. Once I started watching the movie and I saw how impressive that animation was, how expressive those characters were, that's when I was like, okay, well, this is very, very impressive. And when you see kind of just the quality, that's where it's like, oh, okay, this is something special.
And the thing is, when I went into this movie, when I seen the trailer, I didn't go into it because of the K-pop. I went into it strictly for the animation. I just thought what they was doing with the animation was pretty cool. One of the better parts to me is like how expressive the characters is. Like that's what impressed me the most. The characters show real expressions, whether they angry and stuff. Yeah, similar things that remind me of traditional animation like the Pixar style, but I feel like they went to another level with this animation.
Well, for me, like I say, I know K-pop on a surface level, right? I know, like, yeah, you said, oh, K-pop. I said, oh yeah, BTS, Blackpink. I heard of them. I've seen them, but I don't know them like that. So going in, I was a bit intimidated by this movie.
What do you thought about the themes, the whole Demon Slayer, Demon Hunter thing? Like,
A big one for this kind of whole story is the idea of duality and identity, and that's kind of like a big major kind of thing that they have running all the way through, because you have this group. They're basically born into this, right? They're not really given much of a choice about what they're gonna be, and that's kind of the conflict here, because you have like I say, our three main leads here, Rumi, Mara, and Zoe. They want to be these big pop stars, but it's their responsibility, because of tradition, because of birth, because of their history, to continually fighting these demons. And then they're kind of the only group people who can, and you can see that conflict, you know, happen all throughout the movie.
well, they live in a double life, kind of like a traditional hero story, like Superman and Clark Clint. Kind of remind me of the Powerpuff Girls a little bit.
Well, one of the things I like about that is that the K-pop songs are kind of woven into the fight sequences. They're not just background music; they're actually kind of integral to the actual fight sequences themselves, and they're they're kind of woven in there. And that's like, I really appreciated that, because it would have been so easy to go just play this popular track, or popular hit song in the background, but yet they actually make it a major part of the fight sequences. And I appreciated that they kind of integrated in there. And as I said, I thought that was going to be a concern, because like I'm going into this not like some giant K-pop fan. I'm just kind of watching it as is, but the way they kind of interweaved it into the narrative, that kind of won me over. That kind of had me going, okay, well, I'm not the biggest K-pop fan, but the way they did it here impresses me, and the way they kind of implemented them into these fight sequences.
The music probably was some of the better things about this movie. It was probably the best thing, to be honest. Like the music was pretty great.
But even the characters themselves, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe, they were kind of inspired by real life K-pop groups like Blackpink and Twice, and conversely, their rivals, the Sanja boys, they were modeled after groups like BTS and Stray Kids. So it's like, and that was cool. It's like, cause I definitely noticed the BTS one. When I saw one of the characters, I was like, he reminds me of one of those real life K-pop groups, the way he was modeled. Well, as I said, I want to point out again, it's like a part of my skepticism comes from, like I said, just not being as familiar with the genre. But like I say, once you get into it and you really watch it, and you kind of experience the journey with this K-pop group, as ridiculous and bonkers and silly as the plot seems on the surface, you can understand why this was resonating with so many people. Why it's kind of gone beyond the usual kind of niche, where the K-pop or anime or animation fan. It's gone beyond all of that, and it's just appealing to a worldwide group of people. Well, are you surprised by the massive success of this movie? It's it became the first Netflix movie to reach #1 at the box office, grossing over 19 million. The soundtrack, featuring popular songs like Golden, What It Sounds Like, achieved significant success, topping the charts.
Well,
So that's what caught me off guard. This thing seems like it's a phenomenon.
I wouldn't say I was surprised because animation been dominating on Netflix recently, so it didn't really surprise me though. It surprised me that it was a K-pop animation.
But it's beyond Netflix, as we said, even at the box office. This is a movie that's been out on Netflix, Cairo, for a while, and yet people still went out to the theater to go see it. It went out to go. That's amazing.
Do you think they can potentially do a sequel or a spin-off?
I feel like we're watching the birth of a massive franchise right in front of us. I don't know if you feel the same.
No, I feel the same. I just hope they don't force it. Don't force it. Just let it be natural.
I mean, it's I don't know about natural. You naturally made a lot of money.
In that case, they gonna force it.
Yeah, there you go. But no, it's I can totally see them kind of continuing this and making this massive franchise out of this. Because from where I'm, coming from, to me, the thing about this movie is that I almost feel like this was a game changer when it came to animation. It just feels like we're watching a shift in terms of, going from, obviously Pixar hasn't been doing too hot lately, and you see what Sony Animation has been doing, obviously with Spider-Verse, and now you get into this, you just feels like, wow, they're really kicking butt when it comes to the animation. So Sony's taken over, and now you get this movie right here, which is, like I said, currently it is the biggest movie probably of the year, one of the biggest movies of the year, and it's clearly one of the most talked about of the year by far.
Obviously, Sony is a new king in town. Pixar, watch out. Or actually get better at your animation and stop making generic stuff. You can do that too. But no, overall, I actually really enjoyed this movie. I'm actually gonna rewatch it again. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it as well. And
I'm about to say, but I'm T-Rex,
Cairo,
and we're out.